Eric's alright if I start while you're doing that? Yeah. Okay. Alright, I've got 5 o'clock. I'll call the meeting to order today, Monday, May 4th, 2026. Roll call, we have Selectman Howdy Goodwin, Eric Eaton, Mackenzie Jewett, Kevin Buck, myself, Jamie Thurlow, Town Clerk Sarah Abbott, and Town Manager Jesse Dunbar. Adoption of agenda. Is there anything anyone would like to change on the agenda? Alright, first thing we have is we have 2 public hearings. First one that we have is a liquor license and special amusement permit for Archie's Lobster. I will open the public hearing at 5:01. Is there anything you want to add to your permit for this year? Okay. Any questions or comments?
I have a question.
Yes. Could you
And
please
that
just
is,
state your name for the record?
Janet Mackenzie.
Okay.
35 Shore Road.
Mm-hmm.
What does amusements entail? I mean, I can guess, but it's very general.
Music is what it has, well, you could explain maybe what you've used it for in the past. Could you please just state your name for the record?
Janet Mackenzie.
Okay.
35 Shore Road.
Mm-hmm.
What does amusements entail? I mean, I can guess, but it's very general.
Music is what it has, well, you could explain maybe what you've used it for in the past.
So at Archie's Lobster, they usually have a one-person instrument playing
Okay,
music.
does that answer your question?
5,
Yeah, okay.
occasionally
Or
maybe private events where
Yes.
it is either a band or.
All right, any more questions or comments? I will close the public hearing for Archie's at 5:03. Does that answer your question? Yeah, okay.
Motions now.
Yes,
I
yes.
will make a motion to approve the application of
Alright, any
Archie's
more
Lobster
questions or
located at 90
comments?
Tremont Road for an on-premise liquor license and
I
special
will
amusement permit.
close the public hearing for Archie's. Moved and seconded to approve the application for Archie's Lobster located at 90 Tremont Road
I
for an
will make a motion to
on-premises
approve
liquor
the
license
application
and
of Archie's
special
Lobster
amusement
located at 90
permit.
Tremont Road
Is there
for an
any
on-premise
discussion?
liquor license and special amusement
All those in
permit.
favor?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve. Next, we have a liquor license renewal and special amusement application for Seafood Catch. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? I am a neighboring property to the Seafood Catch. Next, we have a liquor license renewal and special amusement application for Seafood Catch. I am a neighboring property to the Seafood Catch. Hearing. I will be abstaining from voting. 5:04. As long as you guys don't have an issue, I'll still conduct the public hearing. Where this is a new special amusement, can you give us kind of a rundown, Ryan, of what you're planning on doing for the special amusement? Where this is a new special amusement, can you give us kind of a rundown, Ryan, of what you're planning on doing for the special amusement part?
Yeah, I would say maybe once every couple of weeks or a couple hours during lunchtime, or in between lunch and dinner, play with a guitar, and if you know, a few of the artists want to play, so just play some music for a couple hours during lunchtime or in between lunch and dinner if they wanted to.
Okay.
I know a few local artists want to play, so just apply for the license so that.
Any, questions, comments? Yes. Yep.
Mackenzie on Shore Road. I have a question.
Any, questions, comments? Yes. Yep.
Mackenzie on Shore Road. I have a question.
It would never be before noon, because that's when we open, and it would never be after 8 PM when we close. It would never be before noon, because that's when we open. For the most part, it'd probably be after 3 to 5, or, but for the most part, it'd probably be from 3 to 5, or 12 to 3. Only one, maybe if it's a person with an acoustic guitar. Only one, maybe if it's a person with an acoustic guitar.
Are you planning to have the music inside or outdoors? Are you planning to have the
Outdoors
music
on the
inside
patio.
or outdoors?
Outdoors on the
Okay.
patio, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Framework,
Mhm.
also framework.
Shore Road, Shore Road.
Is there any consideration you give us as to which direction the music is going to be directed at?
Yeah, it's gonna be directed towards the water, so on the far side of the building, if Shore Road goes this way where patio faces the water, it'll be on that side facing the water.
So it will be facing up rather than across to what they said would go on?
I don't think we have anything right now that's written, that can control it. If there was, trying to think of, could you put in, Jesse, that, they would be agreeing to no music after a certain hour? Or,
That's 1 hour.
The application
yeah, but,
is indicated Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yep.
12 to 7, but,
Oh, music on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
well, any of those days.
Some of those days, not every one of them.
And our houses are in very close proximity, as you know. We can hear sounds from the restaurant.
It's not a big intention trying to do lots of music, it's just in case on a holiday or, you know, a Saturday in the summer, somebody wants to play, then we have that ability, so, I really don't plan on doing it very often, and we always close by 8, so we definitely won't go past 8 ever.
When this is voted on by the Board of Selectmen, are you able to set hours when you approve amusement permit?
that's what I was just asking Jesse, if we're allowed to set,
Not legally, no.
okay. No.
And we don't have a noise ordinance, so there's nothing in the town that oversees.
So, yeah, basically, there's nothing that we can, nothing we can do.
Except perhaps to pass a noise ordinance.
That's been working before I
Yeah.
go that far.
That's been tossed around a lot.
Yeah, since Gossen's been exploding things.
All right, anything from the select board, any questions? Okay,
I'm on Shore Road, I'm okay with it.
yeah, I have faith that, like, I'm closer than anybody is to Ryan's property, and, I own a property on each side of him, so, I think, yep, each side. I think that Ryan, will use his judgment and hopefully keep it. I'm sure if there's an issue, you can go to him and talk to him about it. Okay, I'm closing the public hearing at 5:10.
I'll make a motion to approve the application of Seafood Catch located at 47 Shore Road for on-premise liquor license and special amusement permit.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the application for Seafood Catch located at 47 Shore Road for an on-premises liquor license and special amusement permit. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? And I abstain on that. Okay, next we have approval of minutes. We have, the minutes from April 6, 2026.
Move to approve the minutes of Monday, April 6, 2026.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes from April 6, 2026. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Approval of warrants. We have warrant 106 for $5,500, 107 for $16,922.14, warrant 108 for $63,617.85, 109 for $8,254.78, warrant 110 for $16,432.09, warrant 111 for $16,521.73, warrant 112 for $73,202.25, warrant 113 for $232,185.51, warrant 114 for $16,668.80, and 115 for $220,831.51.
Excuse me. I move to approve warrants 106 through 115.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve warrants 106 to 115. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? All right, next we have regular business. We have the audit from Mr. Wadman. I see he has skipped out tonight, so he sent you.
Yes, step down from those duties now.
Yeah. I don't blame him. Yeah.
And so Lonnie is here
Mhm.
to go over the audit with you, and, you have the usual handout she brought tonight, if you have any questions for her.
Right.
We don't see Justine on there anymore anyway, so.
Yeah, I know.
That's good, right?
So we're staying about 15% on our budget. I mean, on 1.384 is what we have.
Yeah, and,
Yep. Mhm.
No concerns. That was a question, sorry. You didn't see any concerns.
No concerns. Thank you for having me here tonight, by the way. Usually Kelly's here to do this, or Jim.
Mhm.
Kelly's unavailable, so I'll do my best. If you have your handout here, we kind of try to go along with the handout, to point out a few things in the audit. The audit is made up of several different things, and, your opinion letter up through the notes and the budget report are all required presentations. So there's not a lot of leeway we have with the way that they're presented to you. Exhibits A1 through the rest of the report are supplementary samples, so you have some leeway in how to present it to you. So we find that you, the information that you see there, you want to add or subtract, or anything like that, we can, do some things with those tables, but not in the beginning. So, you get into your, opinion letter, pages 1 through 3. The town has, unmodified opinion, which is our opinion. We did find any material findings or anything that we found that was reported on there, which is good. The next section is your management's discussion and analysis, and this is more of a narrative format on the results of the operations for the fiscal year end. A couple things we like to point out here are your fund balances or a lot of information in here. Lots of times, people with the, pension, OPEB, work employment benefit savings, there's a lot of information in there. It includes your school and town information. It is 19 to 21, looking on page 20. It's a summary of your fund balance in detail, so we have a question on what's included in your summary page for the fund balance, it will show you a little more detail here. And then skipping over to a lot of information that you can look at here, except for just to point out the pension and OPEB information there. And that's on pages 31 to 35 on your pension. That includes your May first, for the school department. And pages 35 to 46, your OPEB schedules, which will include your school and town. That's your health insurance and that kind of information. Let's see, page 47, that's your summary budget report, which shows your original budget, your final budget, and, the increase or decrease in your unassigned fund balance. Here you'll see that the town planned to reduce your unassigned fund balance by $195,000, but you came in at $93,946 positive that you added to your unassigned fund balance. If you look on pages 58 to 62, this is a more detailed report that shows your budget versus actual revenues and expenditures. And then on page 63, you'll see that $93,946 increase in your unassigned fund balance. Most of that came from your revenue surplus, your $34,449. And $45,503 was a reduction from your variance in your expenditures. So overall, you did pretty well in increasing your unassigned fund balance there. And the last thing we have, most of those tables after A5, A3 are your special revenue fund, your capital projects, trust funds. If you have any questions, let me know on those. But otherwise, the last thing that we'd like to look at is your debt. The debt that I gave you on page 2, you can see that the town came out only had around $72,000 a month for debt. It's quite a bit less than all the other towns on the island, Fort Harbor, it's quite a bit more than that, $112,059,000.
Just a little bit of difference.
So, if you have any questions, let me know. Overall, the town's in a pretty healthy position where, NNA recommends 10 to 12% in unassigned fund balance, and you're right around a 50% margin, so that's a good place to be for your unassigned fund balance. Gives you enough money to have cash flow during the year and, keep it going there. So, any questions?
Thank you.
President Jesse and Sarah and Jane and all the staff who work with us in audit. You know, as you know, we have lots of questions.
Yeah.
And they've always been great about answering those and have all the information ready when we get here. So it makes our job a lot easier. Okay.
Anybody have any questions? Good.
I know it's lots of exciting information here.
Yeah. As long as it's positive
Right, really
information,
good
we're
stuff.
happy, yeah.
I move to accept and file the audited financial statements for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2024, and thank Juanice Lynch for attending this evening.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
can you just send that to Time
Yeah.
I was wondering on that when I saw that. It's like, okay, this whole year's always baffling.
I know.
Okay, let's call it June 30th, 2025.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept and file the audited financial statements for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2025, and to thank Juanice for attending this evening. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tell Jim it was awful and he owes you.
He does.
Yeah.
Real commercial.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody owes me now.
Yeah, that's right.
I've been working on it for a long time, but, her being the in-charge officer,
Yeah.
she owes me.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that,
Yes, thank you. All right, next we have election clerks. We have to appoint and sign our election clerks.
I'm assuming it's okay that what Ben's on the ballot, he's fine being an election clerk, right?
Yeah, I left him on there just in case.
Yeah.
I don't normally use him anyways,
Okay.
but I didn't want to.
Yeah,
He
that
can do an
was,
election except for, as long as it's not his own
Yeah.
election.
Yeah.
So like he could do November if
Mhm.
he needed to.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve and sign the certificate of appointment for the slate of election clerks.
It's been moved and seconded to approve and sign the certificate of appointment for the slate of election clerks. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, next we have Maine DOT Infrastructure Adaptation Grant. Adaptation Grant.
Yes, so, in your memo, I kind of summarized, Maine DOT is seeking applications for its infrastructure adaptation grant. I discussed this very opportunity with, Wilson, Clemens Drive, and J.R. Richards at Hancock County Planning Commission. They help us with, many grants throughout the year. We all feel it would be a good fit for potential improvements to Locust Point Road, where it crosses the marsh. In 2024, that section flooded during those two storms over the top of the roadway. And shortly after that, University of Maine reached out looking for projects for their seniors, senior engineering students to do their capstone project. And this one was submitted and chosen, at the time by a group of seniors, one of which has ties to Tremont, so they chose that, for their project. Through that project, they do the work as if they're an engineer, submit, a solution to the problem. That kind of is just a building block of if the town wants to have it engineered, it gives the engineer a starting point, or obviously not engineered plans. They looked at what it would entail to replace the two very small culverts there, the Fox culvert, due to the marsh being on both sides. So this grant would be a good opportunity, if you want to explore, making a repair to Locust Point Road. It offers up to $75,000 in planning and scoping costs and up to $3 million for total project costs. The town share would be 5%. Cheers. Dropping like a rock under me. Jeez. The next step for the grant is to have an engineer give a proposed estimate and scope of work for the application. I have reached out to Rainey ahead of time, to see if they'd be willing to help with the application process if you would like to explore moving forward with that. Jeez.
Sounds like a good chance to get,
Yeah.
potentially get paid for, or portion of it.
Wilson was asking me to add any pictures, and I did, and I'm looking at the picnic table floating in the middle of Locust Point Road, and the people on the other side of the flooded area isolated. It's some improvement. And by the way, she asked me to write a letter of support from the select board too, so if we approve this and all that, I hope everyone's on board to be doing that.
Yeah.
It would be, announced in the, I believe, spring of 27, that the town would have until, 2029 to complete.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah, I can't imagine turning it down. 5% of the cost.
Mm-hmm.
Motion to authorize the town manager to apply for the main infrastructure adaptation grant for improvements to Locust Point Road and to use the road improvement reserve for any initial estimating fees from Headline.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to authorize the town manager to apply for the main infrastructure adaptation grant for improvements to Locust Point Road and to use the road improvement reserve for any initial estimating fees from Head Fund. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Next, we have ferry terminal floats. Send out bids for 20 by 24 floats.
Yes, so in your packet is the, specifications, we didn't go too heavily into detail, because I think everybody already gets from, is aware of what we need, but if there's anything we want, I think we should add, just like, and I did, as I mentioned, we did give the option in the estimate to provide the price to repair or rebuild of the existing floats and put up a, integrated purchase agreement.
Is that the size they are now? Yeah, I thought they were bigger.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah. One thing I mentioned to Tyler a week or so ago was timeline on this. He said, as everybody knows, this is not the time of year you try to have floats built.
Yeah,
So,
and we don't need them now.
okay, well, he wasn't sure, I think, or I didn't get it straight. I just wanna make sure that this is for like a
Yeah.
fall project.
Yes, we're launching the floats we have for the season.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Just wanna make sure we're clear on that, cause
Yeah.
trying to find someone to, you'll have zero bids.
Right.
Cause no one's gonna have time from now until, maybe September,
Yeah.
October.
Yep. No, it would be for spring launch.
Yep. Eric, you think it's missing anything?
Yeah, you can put marine treated, not pressure treated.
Okay.
And you have there's no design from anybody.
Current, we wasn't really responsible. If they want something, but.
Yeah. The worst thing I can see is after drawing up stuff for my own finger floats and whatnot, that one person's amount of buoyancy versus the others can make a huge price difference. So if Eric bids on it and says I'm gonna put 6, 4 by 8 foot billets in it, and that's a lot of buoyancy, and the next guy says I'm gonna put 2, then it's hard to get them to bid the same.
Yeah.
They're just bidding, and I don't know how you would do that without having a drawing. You Eric?
Right, I mean, you have to calculate the weight of everything
Yeah.
and then what each tub is rated for
Yeah.
and like have an engineer kind of recommend that. I mean, obviously whoever built it is gonna, well, I hate to say that 'cause I've seen them underbuilt before, but
Just for instance, the town has floats, all of the finger floats the town has have about 4,000 pounds buoyancy on them. They're built pretty much the same as Derek's down there, have about 7,000 pounds of buoyancy. So your double is probably not necessary, but it's gonna be hard to get the same bid.
Is there any reason we can't wait to put the bid out with some specs?
No, we can wait.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a year,
Mhm.
you waiting for the state to get back to you? Or can we just draw up specs and,
Yeah, we can draw them up, yeah.
it might be really good to have that.
Okay.
It's all,
Or at least specify the buoyancy or whatever.
it's all foam and current ones, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, currently.
Are you gonna bid on it, Eric?
I don't want to, no.
No. Oh, well, I just didn't know if you weren't.
I don't think I have time,
No,
so.
if you're not, then maybe we could get Eric to draw her up.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna bid on it then. But it's like, the decking doesn't have to be marine treated, and the skirt boards don't have to be marine treated. It's all the structure underneath you want it to be, so it lasts a really long time. It's gonna last a lot longer. You say pressure treated, someone's gonna go buy ground treated and slam it together, 'cause it's way cheaper.
Right.
And then the size of fasteners, you know, some people will build it at 1/2 inch when it should be built with 3/4 threaded rod, things like that.
Yep.
Because these are gonna be long-term clothes, but these aren't 20 years, we want longer than 20 years out of them. Just some things like 3/4 fasteners, and then the tubs. Let's see. Last 20 by 24, I put 8 2-foot deep tubs in, 6x4 by, they're just under, they were 20-inch tubs, 6x4 by 20, I think, but I put 8 of them in,
Okay.
and that was really comfortable. And that's about all you fit,
Okay.
so I think that's, it's, you kinda want those floats a little higher. So, yeah, 2-foot tubs, 20-inch, 2-foot tubs, 6x4. I can double check on that.
Okay.
We'll get some of the other ones around.
If you knew the size of the tubs that you used, you could just put in there, the amount of buoyancy, so you could put, 10,000 pounds of buoyancy, and then
Yeah.
let them, you know, they could, whatever they use for, tubs, it doesn't really matter, as long as it meets that buoyancy.
Yeah, I can look back at my records and see what I did for that 20 by 24 I did a long time ago. Actually, it was a 16 by 24, sorry, but
What's the one at the boatyard?
the yearbook?
Yeah, that one that you built that, didn't you?
16 by 20.
Oh, 16 by 20.
That's 6 tubs.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you could measure those.
8 tubs is good, and
Yeah.
then where you put your ramp, you add a small tub there, to carry the weight of the ramp. But yeah, we can look at this in further detail, just not tomorrow.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, so we're gonna table that, amend some things to it. Alright, next we have the town office cleaning contract. Jesse.
So, town office is currently bidding by Metro Cleaning Service, they charge us a weekly rate. This service would be in our previous cleaner, who was an employee at the time, abruptly left the position. We have not had a contract, in place specifying everything, so, where it's been a little bit from the new fiscal year starting, I'd like to officially request bids so we can have a specified, contract and expectations, et cetera. Going along.
Does everybody think?
So like a plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you wanna change any of it? Looks fine.
Looks fine to me when I looked at it before, I didn't see anything that jumped out.
I have make a motion to honor authorize the town manager to solicit bids as specified in the town office cleaning contract.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to authorize the town manager to solicit bids as specified for the town office cleaning contract. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? All right. Next, we have regional collaboration.
Just two quick updates there. The elected officials workshop, is going to be taking place Thursday, May 28th at 5:30 at the Fairfax House in Northeast Harbor. If you could let me know by May 21st if you're planning to attend. Seawall Road, I'm joining the Southwest Harbor Town Manager at Acadia National Park on a Zoom call tomorrow morning to receive an update on the Seawall Road construction. I'll give you more information when I have it.
Okay, thank you.
You the new girl?
Yeah, he is.
I am, yes.
Next town manager's report.
So two things, to update you on, other than my usual, the public safety building grant that was submitted to Senator Superintendent's office. I did receive notification from her this morning that she has recommended $6,035,000 to the appropriations committee. Reminds us that it's a competitive process countrywide as they do their appropriations budget throughout the next several months. We won't really hear much until the fall when the process wraps up. And on the ferry terminal, the bracket that you approved at your last meeting, that had an emergency unexpected repair, $10,000. We had that as well as $4,400 in engineering fees for that. And I applied for some funding from the Witham Family Hotels Charitable Fund at the suggestion of Maine Coast Heritage. And I received back that the charitable fund is donated $10,000 to that, and one of the Witham family members personally is paying the additional $4,100. We have received both those checks.
Nice.
That's pretty,
That's great.
that's pretty awesome.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
That project started today.
Over the last several weeks, I had a meeting with First National Bank. I did a few interviews with some news stations regarding the deer hunt. Worked on grants, League of Town prep, met with Southwest Harbor regarding the police department. Did a living shorelines training related to a grant. Met with the Hancock County Planning Commission, attended the League of Towns meeting, submitted our annual ARPA grant report, more grant reporting, meeting prep, and worked on troubleshooting the mobile message sign. Office staff clerk was busy with DMV reports, motor changes, sending out pre-30-day notices, which it's the first time we've done that.
3:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of just waiting till my regular, like, 30-day notice of the certified mailing, I wanted to see if we could cut back on that, because I know one ahead of time, and I've collected about $80,000 worth of taxes from March, so.
That's
It's
good.
working, and some people have even thanked us for, actually sending that out, and, you know, they
So
find
that's
out
good.
about it.
Good idea.
So that's been good. Preparing absentee ballots, finalizing town report. She arranged to have Inland Fisheries Wildlife hold a Moses training down here that other clerks from around the island came to, and lien discharges. Public Works swept the Public Works garage area, lower town parking lot, washed the John Deere, removed Sanders, swept most of the roads. Started work on, or repair on Carter Road, did a supply pickup at Beauregard and assisted the harbor master removed the heavy load limit posted signs, repaired fan belt on the case, swept the Fremont School parking lot, assisted the harbor master moving the gangway, and pressure washed all the trucks in the Bobcat, removed truck one's bottom wing, assisted the harbor master with installing Silco floats, started to remove old ramp pieces from Silco, assisted the harbor master with installing the Dots Island floats, transported the remaining flooring from the town garage up to the town office. So the town office is now all fully replaced, if you haven't done it yet.
Congratulations.
Good.
The lobby is the whole way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, nice.
So the paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wish I had the ambition to do the lobby too.
Yeah, maybe. You've done a lot of painting, so it looks good.
It looks very good.
Yeah.
Changed the Bobcat brush core, assisted the harbor master launching transient floats, replaced flagpole lines and hung flags at the town office, removed a dam blocking color on Hodgson Road. And harbor master did more cleanups, Silco float work, transient float rebuild, helped Public Works install the case belts, coordinated with MCM for hoist installation, pin rebuild on a float, launched the Silco Dots floats, turned water on the wharf, and launched the transient floats. And over the next week, I'll be getting ready for a town meeting next Tuesday.
Okay, thank you very much, Jesse. Suggestions for next meeting?
Yeah, I think I noticed some of the roads were definitely needing more care this year than normal. We've had discussions in the past about priorities and all that. You wanna do that at the meeting or?
Yeah, so actually, I'm scheduled to ride around with Foreman, next rainy day and come up with a priority list of small and large repairs. And then we'll bring those, to,
Yeah, there's some pretty ugly potholes starting to show up on town roads now.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're waiting for the, rain zone.
Okay. This first year I've really noticed much of it, so.
Yep, so we should have, my plan is to have the smaller projects, a priority for this spring, summer, and then a couple larger ones to have you look at what you wanna do as far as the future paving for some large projects.
Okay, good, thanks.
Before the date of the next meeting, I think we gotta realize that this is Howie's last meeting.
He looks a little happy.
Yeah, he does. Why are you smiling?
Thanks for the memories, Howie.
Yes.
You don't miss us on Mondays. Well, not really.
Thanks for the time, Howdy. It's a thankless job, no matter how you do it. Yeah, we've been doing this a long time now together, so we're gonna miss you, whether you believe it or not.
Thanks.
You don't have to miss us. It's alright, you know, we can.
I'll stop by.
Sean, there's a question.
Oh, yes, sorry, Sean.
I've done 9 years.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a long time.
It's almost enough, isn't it?
It's a thankless job, and to do 9 years of it, that it takes, yeah. Yes.
Can I just say, as a member of the public, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I have learned so much coming to these meetings and the effort and the commitment you have put in.
Thank you.
I know, we're like a big family up here now, so it's, yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Yeah, easy. Oh, yeah. Besides Eric. Yeah.
With the grumpy kid.
Yeah, with the grumpy kid, yeah.
Grumpy sack child or something, I don't know.
Date of the next meeting.
I motion to confirm the date of the next meeting for Monday, May 18th, 2026 at 5 p.m. at town office.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to confirm the date of the next meeting for Monday, May 18th, 2026, 5 p.m. at the town office. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
I'm gonna oppose.
Yeah. Tony, I'll let you take this one. No?
No.
Motion to adjourn, is that you?
Second.
Yeah. All those in favor?
Yay, Howdy.
I'll get it down here.
Yeah,
I'll sit there and put down